This podcast is recorded on Gadigal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Hey chicks, I'm Sal.
Did you just have a testing pop?
Oh my god, it finally happened, puberty.
And I'm Al.
And this is Two Broke Chicks, a show that shares life lessons and tips to help make you rich in life. And today we're joined by the third broke chick.
Yes.
I think, truly. Today's guest is reality TV queen and content creator, Claudia Bonifazio. You may recognise her from season 4 of Love Island, which she actually won. You'll be seeing her again on your TV screen with season 3 of The Traders, as well as a new feature film called Love, Wine and Valentine later this year. Welcome, Claudia.
Thank you.
What
That's
resume?
the best introduction I've ever gotten.
But
And
what a
she's
flex.
gorgeous,
I love
amazing.
that.
Winning a reality TV show.
Thanks, guys. I actually forget I did that. I'll be honest.
You're like, oh yeah, that happened.
Like people go, "You're the winner." I said, "Not me. Not
Me? Never met
Never,
her.
never met her.
Right?
Oh my God. Well, we're going to be spilling the tea on some of our favourite topics of the week. We're going to be chatting Coachella, the drama, and also reality TV tea. I love this shit. I'm
Me
like,
too.
tell me.
I know,
The
I ate it
NDA's
up.
done.
I know.
I don't know if it is.
Dude, it's done.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Perfect. I'm your lawyer.
Yeah.
You will.
I hate it when you say that.
I love that saying.
I know.
I've
you
never
say
heard
it
of that
all-
before.
She says it all the time.
I love it.
God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that now.
It's like a BTS. I know. You're like, stop.
Oh, John, stop it.
Should we get into Coachella first?
Yes. Okay.
I'm a bit salty about this.
Okay. Tell us
No,
why.
I'm
just-
What's tea?
Well, if you guys didn't know, I wasn't allowed to go to Coachella
Why?
because I have an Italian mother.
Love this already.
And I
I'll
did-
tap in.
I was like, I get it. I did a TikTok about it and it went like a little bit crazy. Everyone was commenting like, "Are you 27?" I said, "Yes. I also have an Italian mother.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm 40, babe."
Yeah. She's there.
She's still
You
there.
know that sound on TikTok and it's like, when I'm getting a coffee, I'll be there.
I'll be there. That's your mom.
I'll be
Yeah.
there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Coachella ever
No, I've
before?
never been. And I
Oh.
thought
This
like
way.
this was going to be the best one.
Yeah. I too have been banned from a festival by my mother.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I was 17. It was Splendor in the Grass, and she thought it meant go fuck me behind the shed. So she said no. I spoke about it on the podcast last week.
Oh
She
my
was like,
gosh.
she goes, "Do you think I don't know what Splendor in the Grass means?" And I was like, I don't. What does it
She
mean?
thot it was an innuendo.
She thought it
Yeah.
was literally
Lesson
so then I wasn't
cons.
allowed. I was
Like a
talking to her
big
about it
orgy.
This morning, actually, I was like, "Mum, come on, it'll
Yeah.
be fun." And she was like, "No." But, yeah, I saw a really, really interesting post about how it started. Do you know how Coachella started?
No.
So Coachella started in the 90s because Pearl Jam like boycotted Ticketmaster. I know. It was like, tell me more.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so because Ticketmaster basically had like a monopoly and they started putting all of these like fucked up fees on like concert events, they ended up being like, when we are going to boycott Ticketmaster. But because Ticketmaster had exclusive contracts with so many venues, they had to try and find a place to do a concert. And they ended up picking a polo field in the California desert, aka where Coachella is now. And they had a concert that pulled in 25,000 people in 1993
Yeah.
and basically proved like you can bring hordes of people to, I was going to say the outback, but that's not right. The desert.
The desert.
Yeah, there we go.
There's the bacon. You can get 25. No, stop it. And so anyway, the promoter that worked on the Pearl Jam concert then started Coachella in 1999. And tickets, do you guys want to guess how much tickets were for Coachella in 1999?
Who was on the set list, you know? Oh, I don't know. Pearl Jam, I assume.
on?
I would say, were they like $60 or something?
Ooh. What do you think?
I'll say 50.
It was $50.
Oi, give me my money.
Give me my money.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
it
get
was-
double passes to next year's Coachella.
Sorry, Mum. Just go, I'm going for a networking event.
Yes.
Set in the desert.
The desert. I didn't know it was a polo field.
Yeah,
either.
so it's
I thought it was outback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to the
She's
outback.
out and going
Let's
that
make our
way.
own. We'll make our own
Wait.
Coachella. Aussie outback.
Aussie outback.
Yeah,
That's so
literally.
interesting that
Isn't
it's like
it?
started as almost like an anti-consumerism movement.
Literally. I kind of love that though.
Yeah. Then in 2022, tickets rose to $449. They now cost $649.
Is that USD?
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
However, I did like the inflation maths.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, maybe. And like, I don't have a calculator in my head. So I was like, maybe that actually equals out inflation wise. It doesn't. Inflation wise, it would be $104.22.
Is that it?
Yeah. But now it costs $649. But then there was also an article published by Fashion Law Journal that calculated that the tickets now for GA is $639 to $749. VIP is $1,299 and $1,399, like in that range.
Yep.
But with hotels, food, parking, and a shuttle bus, the cost to attend Coachella is $6,700 to $11,000 USD, not including flights. So maybe your mum has done you a solid.
Thank you, Mum.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck? And 60% of Coachella attendees used buy now, pay later to attend. So people are going into debt to attend Coachella.
Oh,
And that doesn't even include the outfits, which, not going to lie, we can get into that later.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I have never been, so
Oh,
I
okay.
can't speak to this.
Have you been?
No.
Okay.
So like people are literally going into debt to go to Coachella, and I have never been, but I'm not like cool enough to be in a band. Like I don't know if I would thrive, but I feel like it looks like a lot of fun. But I'm not a super big festival girl.
Neither.
I'm too sleepy.
Especially an Aussie festival. Can't do it.
Oh, really?
I also don't know how people dance to the music that they do. You know the music that's like, you're like,
No.
I don't get how they dance to it.
No.
The
So I-
Transformers fucking music? Yeah. We're definitely more like a Christina Aguilera rock and roll persuasion, like that kind of thing.
One time we were talking about how like we didn't really like EOS in Greece because a lot of the places like played like club music and techno, and then we got ripped because I'm like, it's not techno, it's house. And I was like
potato.
I don't think you understand. I'm a 64-year-old man trapped in a 30-year-old bisexual woman's body. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm naked and afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, we were only happy when we went to the silent disco and you could like switch between the things, and we found the one that kept playing Justin Bieber, and we were like, okay.
You guys are my type of people.
Yeah, 100%.
Dead set. That's right. Yeah, I know.
But in saying all of that, I do think it's like people can spend their money on what they prefer. But isn't it ironic that a festival that was born out of like, fuck the man, has become probably one of the most expensive festivals ever?
Irony in that is ridiculous. I'm also curious, like, who owns it?
So it actually changed hands. I love when I do research.
I love
It
this.
changed hands, I believe, in 2001.
Yes.
So I
Okay.
think that probably has a lot to do with how the fact that the promoter who started it in 1999 was the one who worked with Pearl Jam, and then it changed hands in the early 2000s, either 2001, 2003, early 2000s, blanket 10, let's go with it. So that's probably why it has become more profitable. It's being like boring business bitches. But yeah.
That's so interesting.
And
'cause
now it makes over $100 million
On
in
profit?
2 weeks. Yeah.
Bring
Yeah.
back the Pearl Jam.
Bring back Pearl Jam.
yeah, bring back Pearl Jam.
We're all in. But
seriously.
who was your favorite performers?
Oh, I mean, probably Sabrina Carpenter in My Basic.
No.
Just the level of production that she put on, and also her vocals are incredible. She really told a story. But one thing I was thinking, I do feel like that the Coachella performances in recent years have changed slightly, where they perform more for the camera rather than for like the crowd.
audience, yeah.
Whereas when I saw like Chapel Roan, for example, at Laneway, she definitely had like a big stage production, and it felt like there was a bit of storytelling going on, but it felt like a live music performance. Albeit I could barely fucking see, 5 foot, nothing problems. But with the Sabrina one, I was like, I wonder what they would have actually been like
In the
when you're
crowd.
there watching it, like, because there's so much going on and so much of it is performed with a camera person kind of in front of them.
Yeah. Who was
Yeah.
your favorite performer?
Sabrina, but I also love Cat's Eye.
Oh, yeah.
I love Cat's Eye so much.
So cool.
They are really cool.
I'm a bit upset about Manon.
Yeah, I know. What's going on with that?
I don't know, but she was there.
Apparently she was in
wasn't-
the crowd.
I saw an Instagram post, so bit trust me, bro.
Yeah, love it.
Stole that from Gabby Webbs.
Oh, I
But
love Gabby
isn't
Webbs.
she
I know, she's the best.
She's the best.
I love her so much. I'm messaging her.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, unsold there, baby. But I saw a thing that apparently they'd struck a deal and she was coming back.
Okay, so she's just kind of on a hiatus sort
Maybe,
of vibe.
maybe.
Right.
Okay, I hope that's true.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But have you guys been seeing this discourse about like Justin Bieber and Sabrina Carpenter and like the difference in their performances and how like reportedly, according to Rolling Stone, Justin Bieber was paid $10 million for his like headline act for the 2 weekends, and Sabrina Carpenter was reportedly paid $5 million as a headline act.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, gender pay gap hits Coachella. Not
Yeah.
funny. Not funny, haha, funny, weird.
Yeah, seriously.
I do think there's so many like devil
Factors.
advocate roles you could probably play in that
Yeah.
conversation. Like, you know, Justin Bieber hasn't performed in X amount of years. And then like,
He's been one of the biggest pop stars in the world for over 15 years.
Yeah. And then I was talking about this to Rob this morning. My boyfriend like loves a debate. Like he's really annoying.
That's
Because he
so
loves
fun for
being
you.
Like, oh, but like, what if you look at it like this? And I was like, I just wanted to talk about it. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Okay, my final rebuttal is he loves it. He
My
likes
closing
it.
statement.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, just shut up. But I think as well, it's very interesting, and I did see a lot of takes that said this online. That on one hand, it's like we're not arguing the fact that like, you know, Justin Bieber did a bad job or that he should have done more or anything like that. But it's more the fact that Sabrina Carpenter probably couldn't do what he did. Like if a woman
God,
went up and
no.
sat on a laptop and played YouTube behind her,
Yeah.
it's like, how good's this one?
Yeah.
Which I love doing that too, by the way. But if a woman did that, that would then be like she'd probably get ripped on for that.
Yeah, she'd be called lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even sang with the same level of backing track because he essentially was doing karaoke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I kind of love,
Yeah.
like, and is very camp in its own way. And I do think, like, I wouldn't expect Justin Bieber to go up on stage and have like 100 backup dancers with him and a
I
whole
want him in
stage
a purple
production.
cap and a white jean denim outfit. Okay, I want to be picked out of the crowd, given a bouquet, and I
Yeah.
want him to put my hair behind my ear and sing One Less Lonely Girl.
Well, I think there could have been a little bit more fan serving moments in that way. Like maybe even if he brought Hailey up and did that.
That's what I was thinking was gonna happen. We were waiting for it.
Like
We were
how
watching
amazing
it.
would have that
It would have been
been?
amazing.
But do you know he doesn't own the rights to his songs anymore?
I did find that out. as
Yeah,
well.
so he doesn't own the rights to any songs he made before 2021.
So is that why he had to do it
Well,
like that?
That's what some people are saying.
But I'm sure the contracts are very different.
He can still
Because-
perform them.
Yeah, because I was like
it
Taylor
might
Swift.
not be as financially beneficial for him to do that. So he
Right.
might have to look into like how much does it cost for me to perform, you know, Baby, That Should Be Me,
Oh,
and One Less
Jesus.
Lonely
I didn't know
Girl.
that.
Yeah, and so then he would then go, okay, well, it costs me $100,000. I'm making this number up, by the way. $100,000 to perform those songs because I've got to pay to perform them. Yeah, because he
What?
doesn't own the performance rights. He doesn't own the
Any of
songs
them?
for all of his songs before
Oh,
2021.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. So when he wants to perform Baby or One Less Lonely Girl, he has or One Time. What a hit! I could do the whole.
Did he
catalogue
play
right now.
that though?
He played Baby.
I need One Time. It's one of
Oh,
my
what a
favorites.
hit.
He should have opened with the A,
Yeah.
A. But you.
Oh,
Maybe
put that on
save
the
it for
playlist
weekend
Saturday.
2. It's on there.
Go job.
Maybe Eenie Meenie.
Weekend too.
Yeah, he's playing both
There's
weekends.
still a chance I can go to Coachella.
With everything we just talked about, and you're like,
Is nothing clocking to you?
yeah, yeah. You're like, I have buy now, pay later. I can make it work.
Claudia is standing on business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Mum.
officially.
Yeah.
Literally. No, it's fine. Give her our number and we can do like the fake reference thing, being like, yes, we work
Yes.
for a firm that would love Claudia to come and
I'll
talk
ring her
about
right
growing
now.
audiences to US influencers. And we can vouch. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
I'll
great.
write for you.
$10,000.
I'll do it. But yeah, so I think, but I did also see Daphne Berry have a very interesting and valid take as well. That was like, if you saw Britney Spears like happy and healthy on stage And she was also giving, you know, don't cry.
Sorry, that really gave me full body chills.
Like if you could see her, even if it wasn't this whole big performance, just happy and healthy and on stage, wouldn't you be happy for the person?
Absolutely.
And that's also, I think, a very, very valid take in this whole discussion, that it's like he's like coming back in his own way. That's not being
Yeah.
like manipulated by
how
a whole
he wants it to
team.
be.
That is saying wear this purple hat and double denim.
Exactly.
white
And
jeans.
he's like, fuck, I'm literally 31 years old or something.
Yeah.
Like I was 16 when I was doing that shit. Like I'm not asking any of you to go back
Yeah.
through your Facebook albums and recreate what you were doing in 2008. Like
No, one
we
will
can't
see.
really expect him to do that. And the thing is that he also sounded amazing.
Yeah. Have you seen that clip? I just saw it on the sound of TikTok when he switches, when he's like,
Beauty and the Beast.
He goes from like his,
That girl who did-
and then he goes, and I was like,
so bad.
He's in there.
he still got it.
I love
I also love that chick that does impressions on TikTok, where she does impressions of like what how Justin Bieber would sing new songs, because she
I've never
sounds
seen that.
exactly like him.
I'll send it to
You
you.
need to send it to me.
We'll find the link. We'll have to put it in the show notes. We need to
She
share
does
this.
like, she'll get like Pink Pony Club, but sing it like Justin Bieber would.
Who is this woman?
It's so good.
like how he would now.
Yeah, no, like how
how he
back then.
would.
I'm gonna find
Like it sounds exactly like him on his
Jesus.
first album. It's crazy.
Okay, Justin Bieber
Impersonator.
Yeah.
I'm surprised your FYP isn't just like, here you go.
Okay, here we go.
How many I told you since start overs and shoulders have you cried on
Dude.
before? How many promises, be honest, girl? How many tears
That
you
is
let
a
in
woman.
your-
Wait,
TikTok.
I am. Can they see this? Like, are they going to be able to see this? That it's
We'll tag her.
that is
Wait, hold on.
How amazing is that? Like the
Um,
rasp is so spot on.
it's
Surely
exactly
she
the
has these in a
same.
playlist.
He should have brought her out
yeah.
or played like this.
I want to know how she knew that.
Found that
Yeah,
talent.
how did she-
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone- she was probably singing genuinely. Someone was like, "You kind of sound like Justin Bieber sometimes." She was like, "What?" Anyway, she's the
That's
best.
so funny.
But yeah, that's my tea from Coachella.
Wow. I wonder if we're going to see more in weekend 2, because I feel like weekend 1 is always where like the big moments come out. But I'll be interested to see, like maybe Sabrina will actually arrest somebody during the show or do like a Juno pose. That's what I would really like to see.
Did you have any favorite fits?
From influencers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had so many. My sister actually did a video about this, and like she showed me all the fits.
Oh.
'Cause I was a bit depressed. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I loved all Soph's and Carla's fits.
Yeah. Amazing.
All the girls from Tiger Mist.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we were talking about this yesterday, and we were like, if they walked in front of me, I would just bow down. I would
Just
literally
lay down and be like, just walk over.
I know. I was like,
You
please,
just lay down.
please.
You say, "I'm sorry for being in
yeah.
the presence.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it."
Yep.
But yeah, what about you?
I loved all the outfits of the girls who went with Spell. So you know Jane, that girl that you've recommended her on the podcast before, and she has a really incredible TikTok. She kind of gives like Ella Langley
Yeah.
in a way.
Wait, I need to see this girl. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Oh,
It's Jayne, but if you look on like the Spell, the labels, TikTok, like the Australian brand, because they were all very like boho festival.
That's how it should
vibe.
be. There was these 3 girls who did like a full boho thing. They did a TikTok and it went viral. They were the like epitome of Coachella.
Yeah.
They were iconic. I don't know their names.
do you know who is the queen of Coachella in my eyes still?
I already know.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Of course.
What was she there?
No, but Vanessa Hudgens is like the reigning champ.
The only one I care
Coachella.
about.
She's
Yeah.
like the OG.
So
she
true.
is the blueprint.
Yeah.
And you know
knew
how
you were gonna
people
say
are
that.
like, I want Beyonce at the Met Gala. I want blah blah at the Met Gala. I want Vanessa Hudgens back at Coachella.
It would heal us.
Yeah.
We've come full circle when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
I think she's busy being a mother, which fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, mother.
Maybe she can bring her baby.
Hated that. Sorry.
You've just introduced me to a really cool brand, by the way.
Oh,
Never
they're the
even knew what it was
best.
called.
Anytime.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I love that.
way.
Hold on, your Apple wallet just came up and I don't want you getting scared. She needs that money to go to Coachella. All right. Well, shall we get into some reality TV tea?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Kick us off.
Let me get my
Great. So you've been on Love Island, which
I'm a bit of a whore for reality
Crazy.
TV. I don't know.
and you've just done Traders, and now you're an actor, darling, or actress.
Whichever one
Whichever
you
one
want
you
to. Yes, I've done a few shebangs. I've done acting way before reality though.
Yeah.
It definitely would come in handy, right? 'Cause you're familiar with like cameras and like being around that kind of
The only problem is you can't actually fake it when you're on there because with Love Island it's 24/7. So it is impossible to be a fake person.
can't be
I have a question. How long does it take to forget that there are cameras? Or did you never forget?
You always know, in your subconscious, but genuinely within an hour, you are so scared of people there that you forget.
Yeah.
You're like, dude.
like of the other contestants? Or
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and there's also so much production, so many production people. But you just forget. So sometimes you'll catch yourself doing something rogue that you would do by yourself, and then you look and you go, "Fuck, there's a fucking camera." There's cameras in the bathroom, in the shower.
What? No.
Yes. Facing
So there's
towards you.
some guy named Steven, who's controlling that, and you're in the shower?
Yep.
Would
They're
people shower in their swimmers and stuff then? Or were you just like, well, this is just
like,
how
no,
it is?
whatever.
because there's also in the change room. There's cameras everywhere. So you have to put your whole trust. I know, it's rogue.
It's giving.
I know.
That's us getting changed in front of our office window every day. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, well,
So
we're going to
they
see it
say
eventually.
They call their own HR.
Yeah.
Literally.
I feel like we need to forget that there's cameras.
Yeah,
because otherwise it would be.
100%.
But you know, a little trick we would do. We would get naked, and then we would talk about something because they couldn't film it.
Oh my God.
So, and then you would hear voice of God. Can you put your clothes on, ladies? And we'd be like,
Oh,
I
I've
love
heard
that.
that.
If
Or
you
like
want a
people-
secret, tits out.
yeah, tits out.
That's a
Love
good
that.
philosophy
Tits
for
out
life.
For the producers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've
That's what I've
also
always said.
heard people they'll purposely rustle their mic pack.
Oh,
when they
100%.
want to say something.
That
So
is-
they'll be pretending to scratch their back or something and then say something diabolical. Yeah.
We would be like, and they'd be like, we know what you're doing, dude. We know what
They've
you're
seen
doing.
all the tricks in the book.
Yeah, they've seen everything.
Was there anything that you got in trouble for?
I would be honest. I was a goody two
You're
shoes.
a good girl.
I was a really good
Yeah,
girl.
she's a good girl.
But a lot of people got in trouble for talking about outside things. So the Queen died when we were there,
Oh my God.
and we were not allowed to speak about it. We weren't allowed to speak about COVID,
Oh, shit.
vaccinations, anything. We would get in so much trouble. They would literally be like, you cannot talk about that. It won't be on the show. There's no point.
Shit.
But that's
What
the
time
main
would you
thing.
go to bed?
We don't know. But they told us.
Wait,
so,
there's no time.
No, you don't. No, you don't know the time.
Sorry, what?
God, no, not at all. You have fake times on your phones. Yeah, but we would figure out the time on when we're driving somewhere. There would be the time on the
On the dash.
and we would look. Or we would look at the sun. We would.
I was like,
you're
you've
there
got a
with
sun
the
dial.
Boy Scouts being like, all
dude.
right, the Red Hawk to Blue Moon.
Bro,
is
we would
coming
have.
in.
We would literally watch the sun. It's pretty low. We're probably thinking it's about 5 o'clock right now. It was wild. This was for 8 weeks.
Holy shit.
But so I think the time that we went to bed, they did tell us in the last week we were going to bed at maybe 4 or 5, and we were getting up at 7. So
Wait,
we
4
were getting
or 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because
Wait, and waking up at 7
Yeah.
in the morning?
yes. So we were so sleep deprived.
Do they keep you sleep deprived so that
acting kooky bananas?
Well, now you
Yeah.
know,
don't you?
I
would be kooky
Yeah,
bananas
we-
too. If I was also hungry in that.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you
people
have
have
to deal
been
with
like, you should go and
people.
I'm a celebrity. I'm like, 1, not a celebrity. 2, I would be the worst version of myself in that show. I'm not a nice person when I'm hungry.
No.
I know this. It is a fault. But if
Mm.
I'm sleepy or I'm hungry, I am a
I understand that.
It's like, bleep that. But it's true. I'm not my best version of myself.
No, I
I'm like,
agree.
Self-aware queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you'd get 3 hours sleep.
Yeah, I definitely think they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
But the trick was we didn't know the time, so we would never know if we're tired. Because we could be going on until 2, 3 a.m. and we would be like,
Oh, it's 7
sleep
o'clock.
time. It's probably about 5 o'clock.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
There you go.
It's like a board game almost,
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
very
with you.
mind game.
Very mind gamey,
Literally.
like Truman Show.
What was the difference between filming a show like Love Island versus a show like The Traders?
They are so different
Yeah.
in so many ways. We were actually talking about this before. They're okay, how do I put this? So they're both like a board game. Like, you know the rules, you know how it goes, but you don't know what happens in the middle. You don't know what goes on. Love Island is more, they know the route more. They know,
The formula.
yes, what they want to do. And then Traders is completely like, they don't know. They are not, nothing is put in places that it should, like, it's all very spontaneous.
Yeah.
They were so specific about that. They were like, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to be watching it going, oh my God, really? Like,
Oh, so
we're
they're like,
watching it
free
behind the
reign.
scenes. Yeah,
Go
do whatever
run
you want.
around.
Yep. Whereas Love Island,
I know you sit here.
they would, yeah, they would kind of be like, I think you should go downstairs. And we'd be like, why? And they're like, I think you should just go downstairs. So then you'd walk past something that like they're talking about, people are talking about you, and you'd be like, now I know why I had to come downstairs. Or like me and Phoebe were having a massive fight once. And I was like screaming upstairs. I was like, where is she? Da, da, da. And they were like, Phoebe, we need you to go upstairs right now. And she's like, why?
Because they
And then
want the fight to
they
happen.
want the fight to happen. But it's almost like it's choreographed,
Yeah.
but it's also they want it to happen with your own, you know,
Yeah.
they want you to do it.
They're taking advantage of like organic situations, but kind of like nudging people in the right direction.
Nudging
for it
people in the
to-
right direction is
Yeah.
exactly right. Or like when me and Austin were fighting, they would literally like be therapists behind the wall and be like, no, but he meant it like this, and you'd be like, no, fuck that, and he'd be like, no.
Did you have a preference over Love Island or The Traders if you had to pick?
Look,
Austin can still exist.
yeah.
in
Exactly.
Love- like,
I loved both experiences, but Love Island, like, we were on 24/7.
yeah.
Mm.
And there was never really any downtime. So it was just like, it went so quickly. Everything was really like, not smooth, but everything was just kind of going. Whereas Traders was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so fun. Was
That's
Traders
what I
really fun to film?
It was a lot of brain work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For whenever I was in there, it was just a lot more thinking and a lot more like strategy.
It's more of a strategy competition
strategy,
as opposed to something like
I don't
Love
think I'd
Island,
be
right?
able to.
Especially,
Yeah,
it seems like in
boys.
the way that you did it because you actually found like a really beautiful relationship out of
Yeah.
it. So surely that was a very natural experience.
Yeah.
Whereas Traders, you're like, game on.
Yeah. So I think with like Traders, there was more time to just sit and think about everything. Like it's like a mind game.
Yeah.
Whereas Love Island, you didn't have time to think. Like
Yeah.
you were literally getting filmed while you slept.
It's your life.
Yes,
basically.
it is. That's your whole life.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be
Constantly.
very like paranoia inducing. I'd be like, are you my friend? Are you not my friend? Like,
Yeah.
I would be a great trader. Not gonna lie.
You would be.
I would be.
You should be
fucking
cast on the next scene.
Incredible
You should
as a
go on the
trader.
next season.
Terrible faithful. I would be a terrible faithful, but a great trader.
Yeah, I think you'd be good as a faithful
No,
too. I think you'd
because
be
I'd
good.
be like, it's definitely Jared, just because I didn't like him. I'd be like, guys, let's fuck with Jared.
Yeah, literally.
I
I
that
love
one.
that.
Yeah,
You
I
should go on
wanna be
next
good.
season.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you heard it here
if
first.
I get hungry, I'm scared.
Yeah, true.
But
Actually,
cast me as a trader though. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
At that. But other than that, so what are some things that like we don't know about reality
Oh my
TV?
God, there are so many things, guys. When we eat lunch and dinner, they separate the boys and girls, and we're not allowed to speak at all. And two people in particular, Phoebe and Mitch, got in so much trouble constantly because you're just not allowed to talk. Like you're not allowed to talk. Like there was guards watching you. like,
Really?
yes.
Would you be in the same room?
on different couches, but in the same room? So it was hard. We're literally like high schoolers with like principals watching us.
like you're at ski trip.
Yes.
And they'd be like, no boys in the girls' cabins.
It's exactly how it was. Yeah, and then
my God.
Phoebe and Mitch would always try to talk, and then they would literally put them in different rooms, and then they would just be sitting there with their like plates, being like, "I got told off."
Yeah.
why? What's the reason
Because
behind that?
They don't film it.
They don't film it.
Yeah.
They said they want everything that you're talking about on film.
Could you girls talk about the boys?
No, we had to talk about like life outside.
That's the one time you're allowed
Yeah,
to talk
one
about the
time
Queen
you
dying
can
and
mention.
COVID.
Yes, Queen died
Yeah.
of COVID.
Okay, so the separation. What
Separation.
else?
Oh my God, I'm just gonna give you like
Yeah,
Give us a
fire,
quick fire.
So the showers that we had, freezing cold, and it was the most awful thing you could ever
That's
imagine.
because you didn't stay in the showers too long. That's so you would get out quickly.
Well, we actually never thought of it until now, but yes, probably.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Genius.
Thank you. Put me as a producer and the traders in Love All.
And the boys would have to shower outside because they weren't allowed.
because they're
shower.
dogs. This is a girl shower. Girl.
Exactly. Oh my god. I literally said to the producers, I said, when I get out of here, I am telling everyone about this because this, and you guys won't understand, this fucked me off. They made us get ready. Hair, shower, makeup, outfit in maximum 20 minutes. All of us girls, 7, 8 girls in one room, right? Right? My the least amount of time I ever had to do that, and I swear to God, 5 minutes. Hair, makeup, outfit, shower.
And on TV.
On fucking TV. So if anyone comes for my makeup or my hair, I will, yeah. I needed to tell everyone that.
My God,
because
you know that's not flying on UK Love Island.
You know.
Yeah, no
they
way.
have
You know they said, I have a full weave to get through.
Yeah.
Literally.
On TV and trying to like seduce a potential mate.
Could you imagine?
Like for fuck's sake.
It was awful. we would literally stop, like not eat dinner to get ready earlier and have more time. Like
That's crazy.
It was
but
that bad.
also I find that so interesting because when you're getting ready is like some of the most key times of girl talk.
yeah.
That
We're
I'm
just
like-
stressed. Like where's the
Yeah,
fucking
like you can't
eyelashes?
talk about whether or not like the type of socks he was wearing gave you the ick when you're too busy getting ready.
Exactly.
So true.
Exactly.
Oh my
and then
God.
yeah, and everyone and also a big thing, no one was allowed to wear the same color on the night, so there was a lot of fights about that. I had a fight
Really?
specifically with one girl who had just come in, and I had exhausted all my outfits. I had one more fucking
I love
outfit,
this.
and in the beginning of the day, you say, "I'm wearing blue tonight" or something, you know,
If she's like shotgun.
and I said it. All right, I said it.
You're like,
I
it's a camera.
shotgun. I touched my shotgun. And she fucking wore the colour. And I went, you better get that dress off. Like, I swear
You
to
can
God.
tell you have sisters.
Yeah, so true.
Because that was like, please.
That is something that only someone with sisters would feel comfortable to fight with someone about with chest on TV. Like being like, I don't care if I look like a fucking bitch right now. You're not wearing blue.
You know, this was after 7 weeks, no sleep.
exactly.
No food.
Exactly.
And no outfits.
And no outfits.
And 5 minutes to get ready
Give
every
me my
day.
fucking
I
blue
get it.
dress.
If you were like, I want to wear blue tonight, and then someone would have you be like,
Yeah.
get it off.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Did she get changed?
Yeah, she did. It was nice. I was just like, babe, please. I have no more outfits.
Yeah, and I've been
Don't
here
do-
for
yes.
ages.
Like, you have a
Yeah.
whole suitcase.
You can wear your blue thing tomorrow.
Please,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how
And so,
funny.
yeah, she did take it off. But
Oh, nice.
that was.
It resulted.
Do you guys want more?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then there's rules. Is there rules about like sequins and like?
How do you know that?
I think I saw Shakira from UK Love Island talk about it,
Yeah.
and she was like, "You can't wear anything like sparkly."
Oh yeah, that would reflect the light.
Yeah.
Or
Nothing
what about
branded,
like
nothing
busy
sparkly.
prints or stripes and stuff like that?
Stripes is a big no-no.
Yeah.
I love bangles.
Did
I
you
wouldn't
have to wear
bangles.
swimwear all day?
Yeah.
You couldn't wear like
If I wanted to wear
Any-
jeans,
if you wanted to wear like shorts or a t-shirt, could you wear that?
they
you have
that so
to
this
wear-
is so this is how they would never tell you
Yeah.
not to, but they would be like, this could be your last day, and do you really want to go out like that? Like that's how they would
they're
say
like
it to
the
you.
mean best friend.
It was almost like they were they were trying to guide you, nudge you in the right direction, because they would be like, get into your head. Do you really want this to be the last look that people see of you? You know? And I'd be like, no, I want to wear the best fucking bikini I ever have.
You're
you
like,
know?
Yeah.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
I look hot.
Exactly. But and it was really hot. Like it was
Yeah.
so hot. So like we wanted to
Yeah.
tan. Like we
Yeah.
wanted to soak up this like the heat.
Swim and
Yeah, swim and also just look good, because then we
Yeah.
we're getting that in our ear.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I want
that's
to,
so
and also
fair.
we're trying to get a mate.
You're going to seduce me.
Trying to seduce the mate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's so many random things.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything you guys want to? Oh, so this is a big one for me personally, because I'm a big napper. I was very concerned
You weren't
about
allowed to
if I was.
nap?
So you weren't allowed to nap,
Game
and if
over.
you did, they were like, "Well, we're not going to film you if you nap," and we were
But
like,
you won't get any storyline, so then you won't
"You
get
won't
any
get any
votes.
storyline for that day,"
Oh.
and then you'd be the boring one who's not shown. So me and
People
Aussie
forget
had
about
one
you
nap.
so quickly.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's there.
Yeah,
Oh, so you guys had a nap together.
we had one nap.
And because did they film that?
No.
from I was like, maybe
Because-
they try and use that to try and propel your storyline.
We had one nap and that was it. But I was a big napper.
they nap.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It was a very
cute nap
intimate thing to do.
It was. We were like on the couch cuddling.
Oh,
It was really cute. But
What a wild ride. At least
Yes.
you've got like some fucking incredible stories and you met such
I know it was. Yeah, it was really fun.
And because you guys have been together for like 4 years now, right? Or
4
something?
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow. That's
But tell us
amazing.
about acting and your new
Oh
role.
yes, yeah. I just did a new film called Love, Wine and Valentine,
Yeah.
which was so much fun. Went to Queensland for it. Rogue
With
straight after Singapore.
Natalie Bassingthwaite and Lincoln Lewis.
Yes,
right?
and Bernard Curry, who, oh my god, the night, like sometimes you get on a set, because I've been on a few sets and it's scary, it's daunting. You're the new kid on the block, especially being an influencer.
yeah.
Going into acting now,
Yeah.
I am petrified. Like everyone's gonna think of me as the little, yeah.
Yeah.
The nicest people I've ever met. Like they were so welcoming. I could not believe it. The director, even the most wonderful also directors are scary.
Yeah.
They were so wonderful.
That would have been the best experience with producers you've probably ever had, though. They're
It
just going,
was.
"Do you want a coffee?"
Yeah.
And you're going, "You don't
What
want me
else?
to put in a bikini on?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Can I have a nap? Is that okay? Please. Why is the shower warm?"
Exactly. I'm scared.
Oh my god, yeah, very different experience.
Yeah.
Oh, but they were wonderful.
So when does the movie come out?
I don't know yet. Don't know. End of year,
Ooh.
maybe.
Okay.
But
exciting.
yeah, I think there will be premiere. I think.
Oh
so it'll be
my-
premiere. Yeah.
oh my
I'm like
God.
asking her because I actually don't know.
I'm gonna be Kris Jenner, like coming down the aisle with
Yes,
Sam
and you're all
Porter.
invited. If
Yeah,
if I get invited, you're all.
Yeah. You're in the movie, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
We're doing a scary movie.
Oh
as
my
well.
god.
Sequel to a scary movie
Oh
that I
my
did.
god.
Yeah, it's a very
Do
very
you die?
exciting.
Wait, you can't say.
That would be such a fun thing to play though, right? In
yeah.
a scary
And that
movie.
has now made you less scared of scary movies.
Yes.
I know.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
I'm petrified of scary movies.
Whereas now, if you watched one, you'd be like, "There's 17 people in that room."
It's actually hard when you do acting as well. You can't watch movies the same because you know too much.
Yeah.
It's,
You're like, that's a green screen.
yes.
Yeah.
Austin
It takes away some of the
hates it.
magic. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, that's actually rigged up with fishing line. He's like, just let me watch Interstellar.
He's like, babe, this scene is so beautiful. And you're like, yeah, that's CGI. On the green screen.
Yeah, literally. Like, see that
Exactly,
alien? It's actually a
exactly.
tennis ball on a stick. Which it always is.
Oh, smash.
Oh my god, that's so
Um,
exciting! I
yeah.
can't wait to watch. I'm shit scared of scary movies,
Same.
but we'll watch one if you're in it.
It's more. Wait, what's the one that's like not with the like pop ups?
Oh, it's
jump
not a
scares?
jump scare.
It's not a jump scare like with ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like more like
Thriller,
Is it
horror?
Thriller
Yeah.
or horror?
Thriller.
Thriller.
Horror is scary, blood, gore, ghost.
It's thriller.
I think.
Oh
Oh my god,
Yeah,
how
I'm so
exciting. Okay,
excited.
watch this space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. TBC.
Okay, well, speaking of
God.
movies,
yeah.
How
I
about
wanted to talk about the drama. Have either of you seen it?
Oh my god, is this a Zendaya?
Yeah, Zendaya and Robert
I haven't
Pattinson.
seen
Please tell me
new-
you've seen it.
I
haven't seen
haven't.
it. Have you
Have you?
seen it?
No, I wanted someone to tell me what it was, what she did.
We know what the plot twist
What the
is.
plot
You're gonna
twist
tell me?
But
is.
we
I'm not gonna. I won't give the plot twist away
We'll
because the
tell you
film.
after.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
talk about it after because the film only just came out, I think, last week. So I am conscious of like spilling too much, and also our producer really wants to watch it. So I really don't want to spoil it, especially for her. But I've seen like a lot of conversation around this movie. Have you guys? I feel like it's
so much.
like even without knowing what the plot twist was, I was like, there's a lot of controversy and chat around this film, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Which I was kind of a bit surprised given that a lot of people hadn't even seen it yet. And it still spurred like so much conversation. But essentially, and you get this from the trailer, so I'm not going to give too much away. But the film is about a couple who are about to get married, Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. And it's like in the weeks leading up to their marriage, and they're playing a conversation card game or something with two of their best friends, one of whom is like the maid of honor.
Yep.
And the conversation card game asks them, what's the worst thing you've ever done? And they all like reveal fucked up things that they've done. But then Zendaya's character especially reveals something very, very controversial, which I haven't seen it. Also, I don't want to spoil it. So
Do you want to
there's
write
a
it down
whole.
on your phone? You can pass it.
Is
to
it like
Claudia
a
and you
big
can
thing
get
that you're
her
like, I
reaction?
didn't expect that?
It's
Yeah.
It's okay. So the critiques, I'll write it down on my phone and I'll show you guys. And then that way, if anybody listening also wants to look, you can Google it and then you can see. Okay. But I do want to say I haven't seen the film, and this is like a very layered thing. And what I have heard is that they don't necessarily delve into the ethics or the conundrum of the problem, but it's more so about like the impact of
what it has on their relationship.
What it has on the relationship and like how much you really know your partner.
Write it down.
I'm so curious now.
Okay.
I'm so curious.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah. So
that is not what I was expecting.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people were really taken aback. Like they didn't, I don't know. The film was also kind of marketed as like a bit of a rom-com. Right?
I don't know. I didn't get that vibe.
But like a dark kind of thing. I just didn't expect it to go
That
there.
dark. Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, so
it's dark, hey.
Yeah. So it's intense. So like I said,
I feel like that should be something that is probably within the marketing.
Well, is something.
critique?
A critique people are saying is that like the twist really catches you off guard, but it's something that should have been given because it could be something that's quite traumatic to a lot of people. And probably I think another thing that I've heard is that it's been used more as like a shock value rather than to actually dive into that. But I guess the premise is that the film isn't necessarily about the bad things that they've done. It's more so posing this question of like, how much do you really need to know about your partner? Which I thought was so interesting. And I've seen lots of conversations around this. And I saw an article published by British Vogue. And this girl was writing like an op-ed piece about it. And she was talking about how she went on like a first date with somebody. And I think maybe like 40 minutes into the conversation, this guy revealed that he was taking care of somebody's pets and like
I don't like
don't if you say something that I think
Did
you're
he
gonna
hurt
say,
the animals?
I think they were like sick or something and he had them put down. Yeah, I'll put the link to the story in the show notes. But she immediately got up and left, right? Yeah, I was like,
Murder.
well, quite literally.
There's been a murder.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But in that situation, she's on a first date, so she can just get up and be like, fuck this, I'm going.
Yeah.
Which, so fair enough. But like in the film, they're engaged.
Yeah.
So they've been together for a while.
Yeah.
That is actually a very good like topic. Like is like you actually don't know your partner until you know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you do know something 10 years down the track?
And then what happens? I've been seeing a lot of, I also haven't seen the film yet, but I've been seeing a lot of polls of like stay or leave. Bridget Husthwaite, who is an author, put a poll on her story and it was like neck and neck.
Really?
And it was like, you know, because she was like, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? And it was
On the
like,
film?
On the film.
Oh.
And it was like, would you stay or leave?
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I don't know, but it was really
Yeah.
interesting. That's stressing me out.
More
though,
like broadly
because
though.
I'm like, oh my God, you never know.
Yeah.
People truly are.
It's kind of hard though, because like if they have a trigger warning, it ruins the plot. But it's also like they could allude to it more. Because I definitely thought it was not a rom-com, but more about like her cheating on.
Yeah, or something like that.
And
Yeah.
then they fall back like second chance
Yes.
romance.
Yes.
You
I think
know.
that's what I was maybe thinking as well. Or yeah, I definitely didn't expect that. But it did get me thinking like, how much does somebody's past impact your future with them? Like even like you said, like things like infidelity. Like can you go on with somebody if you know that they've cheated in the past?
I think so.
Yeah. Because
Ooh.
surely it's about
No?
Yeah, what do you think?
Sorry guys, I'm psychotic.
No, not at all. I think that's the thing. Like there are two sides
Yeah.
to all of these conversations.
I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Once a cheater, always a cheater in my mind.
I
I'm
think
just
if
scared.
there's like degrees to it, to be honest. I think like
Depending on situation.
And also, don't you
Yeah.
think also, so obviously this isn't a blanket statement across all things that people have done in the past, but in terms of like maybe their previous relationships and things like cheating and whatnot, I would say like it's how they talk about it now, if they show remorse on it now,
Good point.
and also like what they've done since then.
But I also
Right?
think, for example, if someone's been cheated on, like let's say we've got Jessica and Jessica is going on a date with Brad, but Jessica's ex, Chris, cheated on her.
Yep.
And then Brad says that he cheated in a past relationship. That's because she's
It's
got
trauma.
that chip now.
Yeah.
So like that's if she's like absolutely not, I couldn't even contemplate that. That's fair.
Valid.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You also need to know yourself and what you're willing to forgive your partner for, whether it's happened prior to the relationship or during, and if you can truly let it go. Because if you can't, it's also not fair to dangle that over the other person, or like not fair to put yourself through that. Because there are people who like they've been cheated on, but then their new partner has never cheated on them, would never, but they still hold that.
You're literally describing my whole Love Island experience.
Oh.
Like Austin, like this is the comments people
Did
would say.
someone cheat on you?
Yes, Daniel, if I ever catch you. Yes, but my beautiful little innocent boyfriend is the sweetest person in the world.
So how did you get through that?
Well, that was the talk of the fucking town, I'll tell you, because that was the biggest thing. There was a poll, basically, a 50-50 of, wait, she's been traumatized. She has a right to have trust issues. And then there was another one where she has trust issues. That's fine. But she knows she can trust this guy.
Yeah.
So it was a very much, and that was like my brain as well. Yeah. And so imagine this is like going on in your real life, and then people are watching it and then commenting their thoughts. You're like, well,
I'm just a baby girl.
I'm just a girl, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Obviously I overcome that now, but you have to get through that because that's
the
definitely a
relationship.
topic
Once
to
the
talk about.
relationship like provides you security as well and helps like build that trust back.
Will you get that evidence shown to you? Because you're just relying on the evidence that you've had
past,
previously. And then it takes time for people to prove themselves that they can be trusted and whatnot. But I did think that was really interesting because it's like, I don't know how many people on a first date would be asking like, what's the worst thing you've ever done? Or like, what's your biggest flaw? Tell me now.
Pretty drunk on first dates, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys about this.
Yapping.
Yeah, because I have been in a relationship for 18 years. So
You know most.
yeah,
You're like,
literally.
I've actually been with you pretty much longer than you were alive without me.
Yes.
Well, quite literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Did
like,
you ever
I
think of it
know.
like that.
Yeah, it makes you feel
18
very
years.
old. Yeah.
When did you meet?
When they were 15.
When I was 15. Yeah, so I'm 30.
You guys had been longer together than you were apart.
I know.
No, actually.
How crazy is that?
That is
Yeah.
beautiful though.
Oh, thank you.
That's-
But I wanted to know because, like, been long out of the game, but it's like, what kind of questions should people be asking on first dates? Do you reckon to try and field? Not saying this for the film, but I just mean even like to know that you're compatible with somebody.
100%. What do you feel about your ex?
Yeah.
100%. Because
if they say, oh, she's crazy.
their answer is all, yeah.
Was she crazy or did you make her crazy?
Very rarely is that true.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Or like asking how did your last relationship end, or something like that to try and gauge.
Is that a first date question?
See,
though?
I'm a bit like psychotic, guys, and be honest. That is my
Maybe,
number one
like,
question.
I would maybe ask like, oh, how long have you been single?
Yeah, and then you can kind of
Yeah,
lead
and
up to
then
that.
if
You're
it's
much
potentially.
like-
lovelier.
Because then if they're like, oh, 1 month, I'd be like, this has been so fun. Thank you so much for your time. I gotta go.
Well, I remember like years ago when we first started the pod and we were talking about something about, we did an episode, I think, on first dates. No, it wasn't you. You had a good point that changed my mind. I was like, I would never talk about politics on a first date.
Yes.
Because, it's the thing of like, you don't talk about whatever those three things are. But then you were like, no, but you want to know if
I
this
don't wanna waste my
person,
time.
you don't want to waste your time and you want to know that you align with this person. And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. Like, I didn't think of that. I thought of it as like, oh, like politics is boring chat. But it's like, no, I actually want to know if you're a freak.
It's a very valid question.
Yeah.
A very important one.
I also do think it's very hard now because, it's always been like politics and all of these topics are very difficult, but I do find that we're in such a very polarizing time at the moment that it does make dating very difficult because as well, like when I was going on dates, I wanted to just come for shits and gigs. Like I was like, this is fun. I want to get drunk.
Yeah,
and
flirty
flirt a little.
fresh. Yeah.
But then like it is very important to align on those things that are important. So like do a shot, get it out at the start, and then you can get pissed.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
a
like
game
that.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, relationship coach. Put me as Matt. Put me as Matt.
Yeah, seriously.
I've got about 6 gigs after this.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm a
What
trader.
can't you
I'm a
do?
producer. I'm Jub, and I'm a maths expert now.
I love that. But I did want to wrap with a little game of deal breakers.
Oh,
Like deal with it or deal breakers. I've coined it.
Okay.
Because I was like, we're all
I can't wait for you to say deal breakers for every single
what's
one.
this?
Literally. So I'm going to give you like
Dating
a
deal
scenario.
breakers.
Yeah, I'll give you a scenario and you tell me if you deal with it or if it's a deal breaker in a
God.
relationship.
I fear I'm going to be bad at this then.
Okay.
Okay. Deal with it or deal breaker, they eat your food. So say if you've like got a burger and chips and they've ordered sushi,
How much?
just at all, and you can
Deal with
elaborate.
it, because then I can have a little nibble of theirs.
I'm a deal with it too.
Yeah.
Austin did this the other day. I dealt with it. Wasn't
Yeah.
happy, but I dealt with it. made a TikTok about it. Wasn't it, but I dealt with
Use it for content.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, because there's some people that are like, no way.
Yeah.
Don't touch
You
my
can't
food.
eat the whole thing, but if you, I also enjoy a little nibble of theirs.
Exactly. As long as
Yeah.
you let me nibble, then
But
we're
if they
fine.
get something that I don't like, then you can't have any.
Pause off.
I hate sharing. I'm not a good sharer.
Really?
I'm not like, if I get a really good crispy Coke Zero and someone says, "Can I have a sip?" I'm like, fine.
The worst is when people
Like,
say, "Can we share?" Like when you're at the table with a
Oh,
group
I
of people,
know.
they're like,
And
"Let's
all I
just
want
share
is the
stuff."
vodka pasta. So no, I don't want to
Don't
share.
touch my vodka
because
pasta.
I want that
Yeah.
whole portion. But now I've got to eat the fucking Cacio Pepe, or however you say it, because I always get it wrong, and it's not very good.
Yeah.
But now I have to eat half of that when really I just want all of that.
No, I
I
completely
hate
agree.
sharing.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah. Unless it's like with you and I, because we have the same
Exactly.
taste palette. So it really is the best of
But we
all
always get the
worlds.
same meal.
And it's
Okay,
the
sorry,
type stuff.
back to you.
Anyway, okay. They're a bad texter.
Deal breaker.
I think so.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Grow up.
breaker.
You've got two thumbs.
And I
And
know
you did English at school.
and I know
you
you're
know,
sitting like
I don't
watching
care if it was standard.
Yeah, literally.
right.
It still counts.
Yeah, make time. It takes literally like 5 seconds to send a text saying, "How was your day?"
Yeah.
I
You don't
agree,
have
I
to
agree.
be like witty. Bonus.
But yeah,
But, like,
definitely bonus.
yeah.
Yeah, totally. They don't get along with your friends.
Oh,
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
100%.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
Yeah. One
I
time my
agree.
friend was dating this absolute dud and his name was Shane. So the whole night I called him Sean and it was really funny. And he kept being like, "Shane." I was like, "Did I do it again?" I was like, "I'm so sorry, Sean." He's like, "Shane." And I was like, "Oh, silly me."
It's a good joke.
Yeah, it's good. If you ever don't like your friend's boyfriend, just call them the wrong name for the whole night.
Mm,
Makes it a lot more fun.
take them down a peg.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. They shit talk your favorite show.
It gets to a point where it's annoying. Like, get over it. Like, grow up at that point.
I think that one is on a scale.
Yeah.
Because they can be like, but if they're constantly shit talking on it or really
If
like
they're
make you
making
feel bad.
it sound like, "Oh, you like your little," like I immediately thought of the Vampire Diaries. And I was like, if they just kept being like, "Oh, your little vampire show," I'd be like, Damon Salvatore would fuck you up.
yeah, literally.
Probably
you
a
could
deal
hold a
breaker,
candle.
to be honest. Like, you don't need to yuck someone's yum when it just makes them happy.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't,
I hate yucking someone's
yeah,
yum.
like if someone's there making you feel bad for something that you like, that's gonna bleed into like a lot of other things, in my opinion.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love like Bob's Burgers and Coraline and all that type of stuff. And
I've never seen
Austin-
Coraline.
Get me out of this show.
I really want to watch it.
Listen to me.
You dressed up as her, right?
Yes,
yeah,
I
it
did.
was
Also,
amazing.
yeah, anyway. I did, but which is wild. Apparently it was a wild thing to do as an influencer. But yeah, people were very confused why I wore that.
You're like, I am a nerd.
Literally
What-
like, let me live. Don't yuck my yum.
look at
Yeah.
my mug collection. Like, hello.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Austin like just loves me watching that stuff. So I'm like,
Because it makes
that's
you
like,
happy.
yeah. He just
Yeah.
like he's what
People who like empower your little things, I think is so cute.
yeah, I love that.
Okay, they chew loudly.
No.
I
Deal
knew
breaker.
that. I knew that would
breaker.
get you both. I could
Deal
just.
breaker.
I was like, I really.
He chews like a fucking horse sometimes, and I swear,
We covered this one, but they speak poorly about their ex.
deal breaker.
Yeah, I would say in most cases, deal breaker. And my final one, they watch an episode of the TV show that you were watching together without you,
Deal fucking breaker.
Alex.
What's wrong?
What is this? Is this just if someone else does it, or is this if maybe one time or two times maybe you've done it?
You.
I've done it so many times, and then I just lie.
Yeah, just
Not
act
you acting
shocked.
surprised when things come up.
I then put it back to the start, and
That's
then I rewind.
terrible.
I've only done it like
30 times.
and I've done it to multiple people. I'm not perfect.
That's all right. We all have our
never said I
things.
was.
We all
Yeah.
have our things.
Look, I
I've
would
done
probably
it to a
break up with you.
roommate. I've done it to a boyfriend. I've done it to Sal.
It's true. That's all right. I have my voice.
Alex. Not everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those
Okay.
days.
Yeah, so true.
Hannah Montana.
Represent.
Yeah, I know. I don't do it as much anymore. I can't think of anything that I've done it with recently.
Heartbreak High. Whole
That
season
we
for
never
me, one day.
discussed.
It was
Wait,
an
are you
unwritten
watching
rule.
it together?
We watched like the previous season all together, but it was fine. Because then I watched it. It was fine.
She's great.
It was okay. It was okay. Well,
You put that one in there on purpose.
I did.
You
I
wanted
trapped
to
you.
expose
Oh my
me
gosh.
and my ill-gotten ways.
it's true. It's true.
Maybe I'm a red flag. If that makes me a red flag, so be it.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. I also have worse than that. You think that's the worst thing? No, I'm kidding. I'm
No,
kidding.
you're a perfect angel.
Well, that's the tea.
That is the tea.
That's a wrap. Thank you so much
Yes.
for joining us. I don't even know how
course.
long this has been going for. I'm on Love Island.
I know,
What's the time?
literally.
Where's the sun?
Where's the sundial? Quick. But thank you so much for coming
I
on.
would bring one of those in. You bring
Well,
a sundial.
Are you
in.
allowed?
I have a bag of things
Contraband.
people should bring next time, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Could have brought my phone, but
They'd-
we won't talk about that.
But we won't get into that this week. Well, thank you so much, Chicks, for having us in your ear holes. We absolutely love to be here. Thank you, Claudia.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh my God, it's been
It's our pleasure.
fun. Yeah, and we'll see you next week, Chicks. Bye.
Bye.